13 matches, and now you finally get to come home. So that's got to be a nice thing. But what have you learned in the first 13 matches? What is something that's been real positive, something you've really taken away from with this team?
You bet. Well, you know, the first 13 matches you said on the road, it's been a challenge, but also a lot of blessings. I think two things we can talk about. Number one, we've had some injuries, we've had some difficulties, some key players have been out. But that really has given the young players a chance to step forward. I looked at my assistant last weekend, and I said, do you realize we have 5 freshmen on the court and 1 sophomore? He kind of looked at me and smiled, and you know, and the thing is, we were playing with the team and doing some good things. You know, so to have those young players get that kind of experience is huge. The second thing I think we learn is that when we want to and when we're consistent, we're very, very good. We've played with and beaten some very good teams, and we've also not been at our best and lost some matches we probably shouldn't have. So I think the key for us is consistency, Jim, making sure that we have the sense of urgency, that we're all on the same page, and really staying in the moment, focusing. We have 3 F's. It's, well, let me give you 2 of the F's. Focus and finish. Before each play, we need to focus and then making sure we're finishing every play. And one of the things that sometimes athletes do, they want to do so well. If they make a little mistake, even during the play, there's that split second of, oh, shoot. Instead of just, how can I finish this play? Turning to a teammate, encouraging them to go, and then getting back after it. So we're working on those 2 things. And when we do those consistently, well, we're very good.
Let's talk about one of the freshmen you've kind of spoken of. Vanessa Johnson leads the team in kills this year. What can Cobber fans kind of look forward to with her as she kind of goes through and what she's at right now and then as she goes through her career?
I tell you, Vanessa Johnson, number one, is a great kid. She's an awesome person, comes from a great family. Just if you have daughters, you want them to be like Vanessa. The second thing, she's an outstanding athlete. High jump's 5'10", unbelievable quickness and explosive. Third thing, she's a great competitor. She goes out and gives you everything she has. She's got a lot to learn as far as technique, as far as volleyball skills. She's a good player, but she has the potential to be a great player, one of the best ever at Concordia. Her hard work and the way she takes coaching, I have no doubt that she's going to be one of the best players I've ever seen at Concordia. So she's exciting and fun to watch.
And then on the veteran side, you have some veterans on the front line, you know, the Kindle Ross. But let's talk a little bit, sometimes the players that don't get a lot of recognition. Alyssa Schmidt, your defensive specialist. Then also the setters, you know, Jenna Klopaki, and then also Mandy Mercel.
Absolutely. We'll start with Alyssa first. You know, Alyssa was someone, she didn't even play her freshman year. She was a setter in high school. Came and that's when Anna Tinkham was leaving. And so I talked to her, I said, Alyssa, do you think you'd want to come play and be libero? She says, okay, so she did. So the last 3 years she's done that. Been doing an awesome job for us. Her technique is great. Her drive is amazing. She's become a great leader, very intense, so she's doing awesome. Our setters, sophomore setters, Mandy and Jenna, very, very solid. They lead the offense well. I was just talking to Jenna the other day saying, do you have any questions or anything? Because they're so, she says, no, you know, all that stuff I was worried about last year, calling serve, receiving, doing all this, I got that. I said, you do, you know? So having that kind of steady leadership to calm the team and lead us has been just amazing for both of those gals too.
Now let's talk about the upcoming week. You're going to host Hamline tonight, and you're on the road at Bethel on Saturday. Both matches kind of different. Hamline, lots of people might not understand this. 2 years ago, they started all freshmen, and were actually pretty good, but they just went through that learning curve. Now they've kind of suddenly got into that road of they're all more experienced, and they're off to a great start, 9-2 overall, and 1-0 in the conference. So what are you going to have to do well tonight against Hamline? Yeah,
that's a great point, Jim. They like you said, they're now turning into veterans, and they're very, very solid. They have a very balanced offense. They have 4 or 5 gals that average almost 2 to 3 kills per set. So a lot like us in that they spread it out. 2 things are going to be real important for us. Serving and passing is going to be very, very important. For us to serve well to make sure that we kind of keep them out of their offense. Passing well so we can run our offense. When we do that, again, we're very good. The second thing is they're very intense too. They're great competitors. They really work hard. We're going to have to match, let's even say exceed their energy. Because they're someone who they really take a lot of energy to the court, and they work hard every play. So we're going to have to take those 2 things. Those are going to be important for us. And when we do that, and I know the crowd will help us out tonight, being at home, I think we'll be fine. But it should be a good match tonight.
And then what do you know? You're on the road again.
Exactly. We're used to that.
Yeah,
get on the bus.
That's right. So you're going to be used to that, but then you're at Bethel. What does Bethel bring to the table? What are you going to have to do well in that match?
You know, Bethel's quite a balanced team too. Of course, they have Carly Hoppy, you know, a great outside hitter. She's just a sophomore now. She still brings it. They got a transfer middle who's pretty good. They got a freshman middle who's pretty good. Bethel's one of those teams that always just tends to give us problems, especially at their place. You know, and I'm not going to tell our team that, of course. But anyway, but the bottom line is, you know, they bring athleticism, they bring some competitiveness, and again, kind of a balanced offense as well. For us, though, what's really been a difference for us in the past is getting out in front right away, kind of jumping on them a little bit. And when we've done that, we've kind of gotten inside their heads. And so we're going to hopefully try to do that again. Hopefully we'll start strong and see if we can really build a lot of confidence throughout that match, and that should help us the rest of the way.
All right, good luck this week.
Appreciate it, Jim. Thanks.